Sergey, как дела с переходом?
Sergey, how's the translation going? I'm reattaching the hooks. I'm reattaching to the gap spanner.
И занимай положение, при котором ты будешь смотреть за подведением.
External cameras on the International Space Station being repositioned to try to catch our first glimpse of the two spacewalkers, Ryzhikov and Zabritsky. They should be in the field of view shortly as they make their way towards the Naoka Multipurpose Laboratory module for the installation of the molecular beam epitaxy experiment. The European robotic arm is being maneuvered into position for this work by Oleg Platonov from a workstation inside the Naoka Multipurpose Laboratory module.
Unintelligible.
Ryzhikov will climb into a foot restraint at the end of the arm, 36-foot-long European robotic arm, to stabilize himself for the work.
Zero, and now the automatic thermal control system will start regulating your temperatures. Copy. I reattached safety and equipment tethers. I'm taking position. Okay, and then stand by. Do you see the tether that's preventing me from turning around? The equipment tether. Okay, now I've turned around. I'm ready to take the bundle. Okay, please stand by.
And our first view of the cosmonauts outside of the International Space Station. At the bottom of your screen is the Poisk module, which houses the airlock from which Ryzhikov and Zabritsky emerged for the start of their spacewalk that began about 22 minutes ago.
At this time,
the two cosmonauts will be distinctive in the stripes on their Orlan spacesuits, with Ryzhikov wearing the suit bearing the red stripes as extravehicular crew member number 1, and Zabritsky with Ryzhikov wearing the suit bearing the red stripes as extravehicular crew member number 1, and Zabritsky wearing the Orlan suit bearing the blue stripes as EV2, or extravehicular crew member number 2.
Сейчас начнется перемещение манипулятора.
The arm is about to start motion.
Oleg Platonov, working from a workstation inside the Russian segment, will be maneuvering the European robotic arm. You can see the end effector of the European robotic arm and the portable workstation at the end of the arm at the top of your screen. The two other booms that you see are called the Strela booms. Strela is the Russian word for arrow. Those are used for certain spacewalks to transport cosmonauts to various work sites on the Russian segment. They will not be in play today, though.
Motion, and we ask Oleg so that he lets you know once the error arm starts moving for situational awareness. Copy.
Если глиссер работоспособен, можно его тогда отключить.
And if glisser is working, you can switch it off to save the battery. Copy.
Алексей, сниму.
I will remove Alexei.
So for reference, at the very top of your screen is the NAOCA Multipurpose Laboratory Module and its attached European robotic arm. At the bottom of your screen, the POISC module that's on the space-facing side of the Russian segment of the station.
Небольшие задержки со времени начала движения.
We have a brief delay in error motion. We're standing by. Copy.
The space station is flying 260 miles over the eastern Pacific, soon to begin a track that will carry it across the west coast of British Columbia and back down over the Midwest of the United States.
Сергей, получаем картинку с твоей нашлемной камеры.
Sergey, we are getting video from your camera. Great.
Алексей, твою камеру тоже начали получать.
Alexei, and we are getting view from your camera as well. Copy.
Сергей, как у тебя тепловое состояние, как охлаждение?
Sergey, what's your temperature status? The temperature is fine?
Нормально. Не прохладно, не холодно.
Is it too cold?
Нет.
No, I'm fine.
Хорошо.
Okay.
Давление 0,38.
Everything is fine. Suit pressure is 0.38.
Давление 0,38.
Everything is fine. Suit pressure is 0.38 and voltage is normal. And we can see robotic arm motion. Yes, we confirm it's moving towards us.
Oleg Platonov now maneuvering the European robotic arm towards the area along the Zvezda service module, which is the juncture actually between NAOCA and POISC, where Ryzhikov and Zabritsky are awaiting the next step in their work. This view from Sergei Ryzhikov's helmet camera now, high over the Pacific Ocean, as the European robotic arm comes to meet him. He will mount his feet and a portable foot restraint at the end of the arm to begin the work associated with installing the molecular beam epitaxy experiment on the NAOCA module. 28 minutes into today's spacewalk that began at 12:10 p.m. Central, 1:10 p.m. Eastern Time, the 276th spacewalk in support of space station assembly, maintenance, and upgrades.
Black stripes. We go to secure our hook suite. Yes, this is a Param worksite adapter and you can use it for tethering. Copy.
Но при этом один карабин страховочного фала однозначно должен быть от концевого эффектора застрахован.
But one safety tether hook should be attached to the end effector. Copy. Error is continuing motion, about 40 centimeters to the antenna. Copy. It's slowing down.
Принял.
Copy.
Once again, you're looking at the view from Sergei Ryzhikov's helmet camera as the space station approaches the west coast of British Columbia on this orbit of the Earth. Oleg Platonov is maneuvering the European robotic arm towards Ryzhikov, who will make his way to plant his feet in a foot restraint at the end of the arm, and then receive the molecular beam epitaxy experiment package from Zabritsky for the work associated with the installation of that experiment on the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module. Once the experiment is mounted on Naoka, there will be a series of connectors. Once the experiment is mounted on Naoka, there will be a series of connectors that will be mated to provide electrical capability for the experiment's functioning and operability.
Движение больше не отмечаю. Манипулятор.
Error stopped motion.
Принято, ожидаем доклада от Олега.
And we're waiting for Oleg's report.
Сергей, Алексей, получено добро на
Sergey,
манипулятор.
you have a go to transfer to the robotic arm. Sergey, you need to tether to a barium worksite adapter,
Начинаем укладку перемещения.
and after that we'll start moving the bundle.
Алексей, тебе и без перестраховки карабинов.
And
to hooks on the end of the European robotic arm in preparation for his movement into a foot restraint at the end of the arm. We're 33 minutes into today's spacewalk, scheduled to last around 5 hours and 40 minutes.
Она мягенькая.
unintelligible.
Оп, слегка. Так, выполнил фиксацию двух карабинов.
I attached two safety tether hooks. Copy.
Сергей, пожалуйста, задатчики и антенны руками.
Sergey, please don't touch antennas or sensors with your hands. Yes, I see.
The space station and the Expedition 73 crew is currently flying over the border between North Dakota and South Dakota, moving from northwest to southeast. As we zoom in on a good view of Sergei Ryzhikov bearing the Orlan suit with the red stripes. Just below him is Alexei Zabritsky. Zabritsky is holding the molecular beam epitaxy experiment. He'll be handing that off to Ryzhikov once Ryzhikov has planted his feet in a foot restraint at the end of the European robotic arm.
Copy, and I'm taking the bundle. I took the bundle. Please stand by.
Алексей, на кассете проволочный фиксатор из...
Copy, and I'm taking the bundle.
Алексей, покажи,
I took the bundle.
подождите.
Please stand by.
Алексей, на кассете проволочный фиксатор из рукоятки прижима не выскочил там?
Alexei, can you check if the wire ties are secure on the cassette? Over here? Oh, you mean on the handle? Let me adjust them.
Был короткий перерыв связи.
We had a brief handover.
Продолжаем переход с укладкой к манипулятору.
Let's continue translation with the bundle.
We're in a brief handover for downlink video from the space station to our tracking and data relay satellite system. We'll reacquire that television view from the station momentarily.
Yes.
36 minutes into today's spacewalk by Sergei Ryzhikov and Alexei Zabritsky, both crew members outside the station, operating efficiently as the European robotic arm is in the right position for Ryzhikov to climb into a foot restraint at the end of the arm. Now we have our TV signal back. At the moment, you see Ryzhikov with the suit with the red stripes, and to his left is at the bottom of your screen with the Cyrillic letters Poisk. That's the module on the space-facing side of the Russian segment that houses the airlock that enabled the two cosmonauts to don their suits and work the depressurization procedures that led to the opening of the hatch at 12:10 p.m. Central Time, 1:10 p.m. Eastern Time to begin today's spacewalk.
Датчик цепляется. Чуть подальше отвел.
Please stay away from the sensor.
Перефиксировался. Могу.
Okay, I reattached my tether and I can take the bundle. Copy.
Подам.
I'm releasing the bundle. I'm releasing the bundle.
Взял. Отдал.
I took the bundle, I released the bundle.
Переход на полет.
Okay, I'm ready to translate to the PRM worksite. Copy.
Куда порекомендуешь страховочный карабин?
And Artem, where do we attach the equipment tether for the bundle? You'll attach it to the PRM worksite. Copy.
Потому что если будет ниже, то может и длины немножко не хватить.
Because if you attach it lower, you won't have enough cable length.
Зафиксировал.
Okay, I attached it. Copy.
А теперь тебе надо подтянуть укладку к себе и второй карабин застраховать.
Now you need to pull the bundle to yourself, secure the second equipment tether, and after that you'll be ingressing the Yakor foot restraint.
Тогда возвращаюсь.
Copy. In work.
Может, Артем, второй я перефиксирую карабин?
Maybe I will reattach the second tether, it will be more convenient for me.
Сергею надо взять в любом случае укладку.
But yes, Sergey will need to take the bundle anyway.
Go.
I took it,
Отдал.
I released the bundle.
This is Mission Control Houston, 40 minutes into today's spacewalk by Sergei Ryzhikov and Alexei Zabritsky. This view from Ryzhikov's helmet camera looking directly at Zabritsky wearing the suit with the blue stripes. Ryzhikov has now planted his feet in the Yakor foot restraint at the end of the European robotic arm and is awaiting handoff of the molecular beam epitaxy experiment. That's the experiment you see right in the field of view, which ultimately will be affixed to and hooked up with a series of electrical connectors to the outside of the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module.
Натянулись страховочные.
О, да, там
And we have safety tethers tightened.
даже усилие
Yes.
должно уже ощущаться, но
We
длины
have
все равно еще достаточно.
2 meters of distance, and you should feel some resistance, but you should feel some resistance, but the length should be sufficient.
Again, this experiment that we've been referencing, the molecular beam epitaxy experiment, which is the major objective of today's spacewalk, is designed to grow high-quality thin films and crystals in the vacuum of space, and also to see how pure semiconductor material can be grown in the low Earth orbit environment.
Вход в якорь выполнен.
Copy, you ingress the foot restraint. I took it, I released it.
Вход в якорь выполнен.
Copy, you ingress the foot restraint. I took it, I released it.
Так. Да. Могу сейчас провернуть как удобно.
And I can rotate it for your convenience.
Да, наверное, так. Адаптером.
Yes, let's do that. I want the adapter to face myself.
Алексей, у тебя фит заучен.
Alexei,
Да, все, я увидел.
can you see the handle? Yeah, I can see it.
Сейчас, секунду.
Please stand by.
Так, нормально?
Is this okay? Yes, perfect.
Отлично. Скоба карабина за ПРМ.
Okay, I need to attach the hook to RAM,
Зафиксирован.
and I have
Принято,
both.
наблюдаю всю картину. Алексей,
hooks
отходи в
together.
сторонку.
Okay,
Сергей,
Alexei, you need
This view now from the helmet camera of Alexei Zabritsky as he prepares to hand off the big experiment package, the molecular beam epitaxy experiment, to Ryzhikov, who is now planted in a foot restraint at the end of the European robotic arm.
Карабинов фалов, отходи подальше.
Alexei, you need to move farther away without reattaching tethers. I translated to the side a couple of meters. Okay, let's wait for the aero motion to start. Okay, it's fine. We'll be translating on SM, and maybe it'll feel different, but we'll see. But I think we have better opportunities with this configuration. Alexei, can you activate glisser camera and take a few shots of the aero position and of Sergei with all safety hooks tethered? Yes.
Zabritsky about to take several photos of Ryzhikov with the molecular beam epitaxy experiment. The International Space Station flying 260 miles over the Lesser Antilles, moving from northwest to southeast.
Artem, is it bleed red? Is it bleed red? And the sun is behind you, I can see. EV1 and 2 to suit IV, go ahead. We are ready for aero motion. If you are secured, we can start. Yes, I'm on the param work side, all tethers are secured, and I'm holding the bundle. We are ready for aero motion. Copy, go for aero motion. All tethers are secured, and I'm holding the bundle. We are ready for aero motion. Copy, go for aero motion.
That call from the Russian flight controllers alerting both Ryzhikov, who is at the end of the European robotic arm, as well as Alexei Zabritsky, that Oleg Platonov is about to maneuver the arm over to the work site on the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module for its installation. The estimated duration of this arm maneuver is about 20 minutes.
На камеру положение заснял.
And I made a few shots with the camera of the aero position. Copy, thanks.
Есть начало движения.
The arm is in motion. Yes, we can see that.
Принято. Сергей, как ощущения?
How do you feel, Sergei?
Чудесно.
Excellent.
Принято.
Copy.
Алексей, можно потихоньку через минуту начинать движение.
In a minute, you can start translating towards connector patch panel 8 on the service module. Copy.
Просто песня. Я лечу над планетой.
I am flying over the planet. Sergei is singing a song, unintelligible.
Второй приступил к перемещению.
EV2 has started translating. Copy.
Так, первый я вот не вижу справа край солнечной батареи.
And EV1, I don't see the edge of the solar array. Is it safe? Copy. We'll monitor it via the camera. Sergey, are you moving too fast, too slow? Is it comfortable?
Очень медленно.
It's very slow.
Мы старались. Мы старались.
Well, we did our best.
Само движение манипулятора составное, как вы уже с Олегом это проходили на тренировке.
So the area is moving in steps as we did during the training, so there will be some pauses, some delays. Copy.
Алексей, когда дойдешь до 8-й платы,
Alexei,
раз у нас открыт клапан FT, у меня
since the MLI flap is open, when you get there,
клапан FT, у меня
since the MLI flap is open, when you get there, okay, I thought they're speaking simultaneously.
Вот, все. С другой
So
стороны.
from the other side,
рядом со стрелой.
yes, next to the boom,
Да,
the
принято.
Strela. Yes, okay, copy.
Вот сейчас движение было по
So
высоте.
right now the motion was a little bit more fun.
По инерции немножко укладка.
So
пыталась
the
двинуться
inertia
Принято, принято.
was
Чтобы большие повороты
a little
были,
bit both major rotations, three simultaneously.
Так, с камеры видно вам расстояние до
Do you see the distance until the platform with Papa 9 from the camera view?
остановились? Я так наблюдаю здесь порядка
I think
полуметра.
it's about half a meter.
Принято.
Okay, copy.
Нам не очень видно там расстояние за солнечной батареей.
We don't quite see the distance until the solar array, but
Контролируем.
okay.
Есть движение.
We see motion.
Принято.
Copy.
Как ощущение, Сергей?
Да, вроде
How do you feel? Well, everything seems to be going
говорительно, но
well, smoothly and safely.
думаю, сантиметров
I think we have about 30 centimeters.
по максимуму.
I'm going to hold on to it.
Артем выполнил. Закрыть.
Artem, I closed the flap
Спасибо, Алексей.
from that side. Thank you, Alexei.
Тогда приступай к переходу
So-
на МЛМ.
Принято.
Okay, start translating to MLM. Copy.
И на МЛМ на третью плоскость.
And also the MMM on plane 3 for Sergey. Okay, understand.
И на всякий случай напоминаю,
Just in
что
case, a
перехідні
reminder. Anything with a handle that is considered to be one single handrail. Okay, copy.
This is Mission Control Houston, 54 minutes into today's spacewalk by Sergei Ryzhikov and Alexei Zubritsky. This helmet camera view from Zubritsky as he has made his way to walk by Sergei Ryzhikov and Alexei Zubritsky. This helmet camera view from Zubritsky as he has made his way to a work platform on the Naoka Multipurpose Laboratory Module awaiting the arrival of Sergei Ryzhikov, the station commander, who is mounted at the end of the European Robotic Arm. They will be working in tandem to install this molecular beam epitaxy experiment on Naoka, and then also working to hook up a series of electrical connectors for the experiment. Spacewalk began today at 12:10 p.m. Central Time with the opening of the hatch to the Poisk module airlock. This is the 276th spacewalk in support of space station assembly maintenance and upgrades, the fourth conducted out of the space station this year, the second for Expedition 73 crew members. This is Ryzhikov's second spacewalk, the first he conducted of a duration of 6 hours 48 minutes back in November of 2020, and this is Zubritsky's first spacewalk of his career. Zubritsky and Ryzhikov launched on the Soyuz MS-27 spacecraft along with NASA's Johnny Kim back in April. They will return to Earth on December 8th U.S. time, December 9th Kazakhstan time, for a parachute-assisted landing to wrap up their 8-month mission.
Yes. When you get to the handrail 4329, well, so that is at the entrance to Pagode 3, you need to pause there at that location. Copy, thank you.
Еще надо выждать порядка 8 минут. Момент сможешь как раз контролировать за переходом.
During that time, you can monitor the ERA translation to the installation location.
Необходимость ручного выравнивания.
So in that case, I will need you to assess the need for manual adjustment. Right now, there are 2 antennas in the area of your knees, in the vicinity of your knees. Please be careful with those. No, he's fine. He's safe. He's located in a safe configuration right now. Everything is looking good. I got to the handrail 4329. Copy. Now you need to wait for 6 minutes. Copy. Waiting.
Второй третьему.
TV2 to TV3.
Второй третьему.
TV2 to TV3. Alexei, the next arm motion is going to be under your guidance, and when you're ready, we can start motion. Okay, and if you are, if you need to have the arm stopped, then give the appropriate commands.
Сергей, как самочувствие от перемещения на манипуляторе?
So how are you feeling while you're flying on the arm?
Жаль, что я не поэт.
I'm not a poet.
Принято.
Okay, copy.
This is Mission Control Houston. We've just passed the 1 hour mark into today's spacewalk, which began at 12:10 p.m. Central Time, about 15 minutes behind schedule. The two cosmonauts, Sergei Ryzhikov and Alexei Zabritsky, have made up that time, so they're just about right on the timeline as Ryzhikov is being maneuvered at the end of the European robotic arm that you see in the field of view. It is attached to the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module. He's being maneuvered into a position along a work site to be joined by Zabritsky for the installation of the molecular beam epitaxy experiment.
40. It stopped. As far as I can see, there's no need. There is no need to bring me in closer. The distance between the handrails is about 20 to 0 centimeters. Okay, copy.
То есть ручное выравнивание...
Is there a need for manual adjustment? No need. I think I can move a little bit closer.
Само размещение концевого эффекта
What about is the end effector position going to be okay and not interfere with your work in
само размещение концевого эффекта
What about is the end effector position going to be okay and not interfere with your work in that area? It will not interfere. The distance is over 1 meter. Copy.
Тогда ожидаем подтверждения,
Then we're going to
что манипулятор
be standing by for your confirmation.
еще до начала перемещения на ПГО-3, Алексей, 1
And
минута.
until you move to PAGOA 3. Okay, copy.
The Russian flight controllers confirming that the movement of the European robotic arm is now complete, putting Ryzhikov in the correct position to take a handoff of the molecular beam epitaxy experiment from his spacewalking partner, Alexei Zabritsky.
Алексей, по
Alexei,
готовности можно
when you
начинать
are
переход
ready,
к Сергею, но
you
можно
can
заснять
start
сначала на
translating
камеру.
to Sergei. Copy.
Первый, второй, третьему.
UV1 to UV2 and 3. We are done, but thank you for delivering us here safely. You're welcome.
Сейчас, меньше минута нужна.
Хорошо. По готовности.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
Выполнил фото и видеофиксацию.
I have taken photos and videos.
Видеофиксацию.
I have taken photos and videos and turned the camera off. Okay, you can start. Copy.
Сергей, а ты пока ожидаешь
Sergey,
Алексея?
oh, you're waiting for
Может быть,
Alexei.
можно уже выйти из якоря? Или надо
Do you
находиться в
think
нем?
you should egress with restraint or stay in it?
Сложнее контролировать. Это сделать несколько секунд.
We can probably wait for a few seconds.
Принято. Ну, я с точки зрения...
Speaking simultaneously. Yes, I can move around with it. Wait for a few seconds.
Принято. Ну, я с точки зрения...
Speaking simultaneously. Yes, I can move around with it.
Я про то, что не замерз там, да?
I was just wondering if you were feeling cold.
Есть о чем помечтать. Зафиксировался.
I have secured myself near the work location. Copy.
Так, наверное, лучше я возьму уклад.
I think I better take the
Один карабин
kit.
меходаптера.
You can take the hook for the adapter. It's not going to reach the structure.
Можно через адаптер ПРМ его.
You can.
Алексей, а у тебя усилие от фалов
What about?
ощущается?
How do you feel the tension on the tethers?
Ну, я чувствую, что они
I feel that they're holding me, but it's not too bad. It's okay.
максимально, что можно.
Be careful.
ПРМ не мешал.
We need to make sure
У
Param
нас через
is
30 секунд
not in the way.
будет трехминутный перерыв
Okay,
связи.
in about 30 seconds there will be a 3-minute LOS for both audio and video.
Да,
Are
размещайтесь
you
в
giving me a
рабочей
go?
зоне
Yes,
для установки
locate yourself in the work area in order to perform your installation. Speaking simultaneously.
Алексей ближе со стороны ПХО в районе платформы с адаптерами. Также у нас через 6 минут начнется тень.
So, in about 6 minutes, we're going to enter the eclipse.
Выполнил. Выход из якоря.
Okay, copy. I will be egressing as if with restraint on the payload. Copy.
This is Mission Control Houston, 1 hour 10 minutes into today's spacewalk by Sergei Ryzhikov and Alexei Zabritsky. We are in a brief loss of signal from the International Space Station, passing between satellites on our tracking and data relay satellite. We are in a brief loss of signal from the International Space Station, passing between satellites on our tracking and data relay satellite system. The station is flying over the South Pacific at this hour as Ryzhikov and Zabritsky work in the early stages of the installation of a molecular beam epitaxy experiment to the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module. This is a view from a balcony camera in the Russian Mission Control Center outside of Moscow, which is in charge of today's spacewalk here in Houston. The Orbit 2 team of flight controllers also watching the work being conducted outside of the station, as well as the home stretch of the workday inside the International Outpost, which has seen a variety of activities, the transfer of cargo from the Northrop Grumman Cygnus cargo craft, as well as preparations for next week's anticipated arrival of a brand new cargo craft, that being the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency's HTV-X1, that will debut with a launch schedule for Monday night U.S. time, Tuesday morning Japan time, from the Tanegashima Space Center in southern Japan atop a JAXA H-3 rocket. That launch is scheduled at 8:59 p.m. Central Time on Monday night. We will have live coverage of that launch beginning at 8:45 p.m. Central Time. If all goes as planned, the HTV-X1 cargo craft, the heir to the legacy HTV that made 9 delivery runs to the space station between 2009 and 2020, will Friday, October 24th. This view out of one of the windows in the Russian segment of the International Space Station, showing Ryzhikov and Zabritsky working side by side to install the science experiment. They will be working shortly to remove wire ties from the experiment as it is being installed on what is called a monoblock on the outside of the module, after which they will hook up 4 electrical connectors and other associated connectors for the operation of that payload, which is designed to study the growth of high-quality thin films and crystals in the vacuum of space.
Both hooks are secured. This is our spot. Yes, it's secured. Artem, how do you copy?
Повтори, пожалуйста.
Could you repeat your last?
Так, Артем, мы разместились в районе рабочего места.
We have placed ourselves in the vicinity of the work location, and we are ready to install adapters and go ahead and install them. Copy.
Нет, нет, не зашло. Держите? Да, держите немножко. Нет, нет, не зашло. Держите? Да, держите.
Okay. Yes, could you tuck it in a little?
Я буквально еще. Нет. Надо, знаешь, да, во, стало.
Okay, yes, here we go.
Так, перевел рукоятку в положение закрыто.
So I moved the handle to the closed position, close the handle, checking.
В разные стороны.
We moved it back and forth, different sides, and everything is attached securely.
Принято, принято.
Copy.
Можно снять страховочные фалы и убрать
You
их
can remove the tethers, safety tethers, and put them away so they don't interfere with your work in the work zone. Copy. So I'm going to give it to you from this side.
Сейчас начнется тень уже.
We're about eclipse is about to start.
As you can see, the space station is moving into an orbital sunset over the Pacific. Once again, Ryzhikov and Zabritsky continuing to work on the first task of today's spacewalk, that being the installation of this molecular beam epitaxy experiment on the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module.
You have it? Yes, I handed it over to you.
Так, второй тоже с другой стороны.
The second one from the other side. Okay.
Артем, можно зафиксировать пока полностью фиксаторы?
Сейчас,
Can you?
подождите.
Should we release? Should we release the wire ties?
Давайте лучше сначала закончим с фалами.
Подождем.
И по готовности можно
When you're ready,
кабели
you can
разматывать.
start unwinding the cable.
While Ryzhikov and Zabritsky work outside of the Naoka module of the International Space Station for the installation of this science payload, we are 1 hour 18 minutes into today's spacewalk, but there's other work on board the station inside the Destiny laboratory of the station. In the foreground is JAXA's Kimiya Yui, joined by NASA's Zena Cardman, as they engage in a conference to discuss all of the work that is forthcoming next week with the arrival of the brand new HTV-X1 cargo craft that, as we mentioned, the work that is forthcoming next week with the arrival of the brand new HTV-X1 cargo craft that, as we mentioned before, is due to launch from the Tanegashima Space Center in southern Japan on Monday night, U.S. time.
The adapter through it and then secure it to rail 4336 and then made the connectors on MCC Go. Copy. 2 and 3. Okay. Connected. Maybe I should move it up. This whole pack of cables should go up. Okay, just take the safety tether hook. Then we will tighten it up. Okay, I moved it to the side. Artyom, could you please remind me the rail? Handrail 4336, yes. Attach it to the bracket. It's just floating around. Just hand it to me. Okay, I have secured the wire tie.
This is Mission Control Houston, 1 hour 22 minutes into today's spacewalk by Roscosmos cosmonauts Sergei Ryzhikov, who's the Expedition 73 commander aboard the International Space Station, and Alexei Zubritsky. This is the second spacewalk of Ryzhikov's career, the first for Zubritsky. The two cosmonauts are working right now on the outside of the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module as they work in tandem to route cables to connector panels. Ryzhikov was maneuvered to the work site at the end of the European robotic arm by Roscosmos cosmonaut Oleg Platonov, working from a workstation inside the Russian segment of the station. Once the cables are routed, the two cosmonauts will hook those cables up to a series of electrical harnesses, 4 sets of connectors, to provide power to the molecular beam epitaxy experiment. This is the major objective of today's spacewalk. This experiment designed to grow high-quality thin films and crystals in the vacuum of space, and to try to perfect the growth of semiconductor material. Also on tap for today's spacewalk, the removal of a high-resolution camera on the Zvezda service module that was installed during a pair of Russian spacewalks in December of 2013 and January 2014 by Oleg Kotov and Sergei Ryzhansky as part of a Canadian commercial endeavor. The high-resolution camera will be jettisoned by Zubritsky, who will have his course of the last 11+ years. The two cosmonauts will also clean one of the windows on the outside of the Zvezda service module and remove a materials exposure experiment cassette from the outside of the Poisk module before they re-enter Poisk in the airlock on the space-facing side of the Russian segment of the station to conclude today's spacewalk, which is scheduled to last around 5 hours and 40 minutes.
Make sure that the caps are secured. All right, caps should be secured. Let us check.
Давайте тогда страховать, и можно их в трэшбэк убирать.
And you can take them off and move them into the trash bag. Copy? Or shall we maybe remove them and then...
The two cosmonauts, Ryzhikov and Zabritsky, will be venturing back out. The two cosmonauts, Ryzhikov and Zabritsky, will be venturing back outside of the Poisk airlock on October 28th for the next Russian spacewalk, number 65, to install additional science payloads and to replace payload cassettes on the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module for this very same experiment that they're currently installing, the molecular beam epitaxy experiment. They will also be relocating a control panel for the European robotic arm from one base point on the a fixation location on the outside of the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module. That control panel receives commands from a workstation inside the Russian segment, in this case today, being operated by Oleg Platonov. That control panel commands from a workstation inside the Russian segment, in this case today, being operated by Oleg Platonov. That control panel will be moved from one location to another to provide a better access point for its operation for future spacewalking cosmonauts.
Let me see where it is. Okay, let me help. Let me assist. So the second flap. All right, I'm holding it. Just move it this way. Give me a sec. Sergey, Alexei. Go ahead. A new proposal. So we'll continue working with those caps. Just secure them with the wire ties. Connect them with the wire ties.
As we approach the 1 hour 30-minute mark in the spacewalk, the two spacewalkers, Ryzhikov and Zabritsky, have wire-tied cables to various connection points for the hookup of 4 electrical connector sets for this molecular beam epitaxy experiment. Again, this is the prime objective of today's spacewalk, which is dubbed Russian EVA-64, the 276th spacewalk in space station history in support of assembly, maintenance, and upgrades. This view, the helmet camera view from cosmonaut Alexei Zabritsky, working at the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module in concert with his spacewalking colleague, Station Commander Sergei Ryzhikov.
Вы использовали проволоку с навесного оборудования, да?
Which wire tie did you use from the suit equipment? Yes.
Тогда у меня просьба будет,
Then,
на всякий случай, может
from the
быть,
OTA,
чтобы
yes.
у нас еще
In that
оставался,
case,
так сказать, запас проволоки,
so we have enough wire ties
положение выхода,
till the end of the spacewalk. Take the wire ties that were on MLE block that was used. Well, I have 2 wire ties, and then crew lock bag has a few as well. We copy. We don't have any extra ones. We don't have any extra ones. Is it 4, number 4? This is 5, and this is 4. Artyom, could you please confirm? So the cable 8.5, is it the high frequency, and 8.4 is the low frequency? Is that correct? Yes, that is correct. All right, copy, mating.
Там маркировка на плате идет
The plate should have the labeling, but it should be upside down relative to you. So look at the labeling on the top. So I'm looking at HF84, mated and closed. So this is the second one, that's the further away one. Copy. Third and fourth. I don't see number 4. 3, 2, and 1. Then we take number 3. It's HFP3, 83. The cover is off. Third. Is it not stopping? So it just keeps turning. Yes, close. So the connector FP8-3 mated and closed. Copy. So this is number 2. Yes, number 2. All clear, clean.
Скажи, пожалуйста,
as the International Space Station circles the Earth 260 miles above the planet, Sergei Ryzhikov and Alexei Zabritsky are now in the process of hooking up 4 sets of electrical connectors to cable harnesses that were routed a short time ago on the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module for the molecular beam epitaxy experiment.
Connector HFP8-2 mated closed. Copy.
На этой плате 8-1 еще остается.
So on this plate, we only have 1 connector remaining, which is 8-1. Artyom, could you please confirm we have only just 1? Yes, 8-1. Copy.
Once the 4 sets of electrical connectors are mated and checked out, the 2 cosmonauts will take photos of the work site before closing a thermal protection.
Reporting FP8-1 is mated and closed. Copy. So you just have only panel 9 left, which is connector 9-2. Copy. 2. Copy. MLI is not closing. Copy. Can you loosen up the cable a little bit more so it'll be more comfortable translating above it? Let us try. Let me do it on my side so we don't waste any time. Yes, and when you look at the caps, just wire tie them in the vicinity of the cables. I guess I'll take 1 more cap from panel 9 first, and then we'll wire tie them. Yes, that's a good idea. We copy all, we concur.
And the Russian flight controllers now reporting that all 4 sets of electrical connectors have now been mated. As planned, the 2 cosmonauts are running about 20-30 minutes ahead of the timeline. They will take photos of these mated connectors. They're in the process of trying to close a thermal protection cover known as an MLI flap, that's multi-layer insulation flap, over the connector panel. This all being conducted at the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module on the Earth-facing side of the Russian segment of the International Space Station as we approach the 1 hour 40-minute mark into today's spacewalk.
Unintelligible. MLI flap won't close.
Ничего страшного.
That's okay.
Оставляем так.
Just leave it as is. Once we are back into orbital day.
Пока можно
Right now,
максимально аккуратно, насколько это возможно.
as much as possible, just organize the cables
И дальнейших действий.
in such a way that they are not in the way for the translation path and will not interfere with anything. Just arrange the cables.
Алексей,
Alexei,
Да.
go ahead.
ну ты при поиске разъема 9, при поиске
So you were looking
разъема 9.2
for the connector 9
что они с какой стороны начинаются.
-2. Just remember.
Just to recap, Sergei Ryzhikov and Alexei Zabritsky have been working outside the Russian segment of the station in today's spacewalk, which has reached the 1 hour 41-minute mark. They are wrapping up work on the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module, checking out the checking out the 4 sets of electrical connectors for the molecular beam epitaxy experiment, the major objective of today's spacewalk, an experiment designed to grow thin crystals and semiconductor material in the vacuum of space.
I can move it underneath. Yes, that is correct.
Once this is over, the other Roscosmos cosmonaut on board the station, Oleg Platonov, he is working inside the Russian segment. He'll maneuver the European robotic arm for Zabritsky to be relocated to a work site housing a high-resolution camera. This high-resolution camera was part of a Canadian commercial endeavor installed on the Zvezda service module during a pair of spacewalks in December of 2013 and January of 2014 by Oleg Kotov and Sergei Zvezda service module during a pair of spacewalks in December of 2013 and January of 2014 by Oleg Kotov and Sergei Ryzansky. Its work having been completed, this camera and its mounting platform will be removed from Zvezda, and Zabritsky, with his feet planted at the end of the European robotic arm and a foot restraint, will jettison that hardware, retrograde from the station a bit later in today's spacewalk.
Алексей.
Alexei, go ahead.
Проверь, пожалуйста,
Please check the temperature control handle. Is it going to the maximum position at 0? And how do you feel the temperature inside? The handle is to the maximum upper position. It's warm. It's not hot, but it's warm. It's warmer than comfortable. You know, you can take the toggle switch, which is heat and cold, on STR in the control panel, put it I have adjusted it to cold. Artyom, connector HFP9-2 is mated and closed. Copy.
Сейчас ожидаем.
Right now, please stand by. Just stay next to panel 9. Just stay there. Artyom, please let us know what do we do with the caps. Caps, you need to wire tie them near panel 8, where we have a bundle of the cables. At the base of the cables, just tie them securely there. Base of the cables, just tie them securely there. Will do. In work. We have 2.5 minutes prior to leaving the orbital night. Copy. And we're waiting for the dawn. Actually it's about to come on, the dawn.
The dawn being referred to in that translation from Sergei Ryzhikov outside of the space station refers to the station passing into an orbital sunrise momentarily as it flies 200 outside of the space station, refers to the station passing into an orbital sunrise momentarily as it flies 260 miles to the south of Japan, moving from southwest and northeast in an orbit inclined 51.6 degrees to either side of the equator.
Let us check it for you.
We're also about to move into a handover between satellites on our tracking and data relay satellite system, so we'll lose our video for just a couple of minutes until we reacquire communications capability.
With your voice, how you feel inside, with your level of comfort, please position it in position 3. Installed. So switch it, adjust it to position 3. 30 seconds before orbital day. Copy.
У нас сейчас на 4-5 минут пропала видеосвязь.
So we'll lose video for about 4 to 5 minutes, and in 2 minutes we'll have drop in audio com for about 1.5 minutes. We copy. And the telemetry should be regained in a little bit. So when the orbital day comes, please take photos of panel 8 and 9 and position yourself on both sides of MLE block, but please do not start any activities until we confirm that the mating, the connection is secure. Will do. Copy. Alexei, next to panel 8, in the vicinity of panel 8. That is correct. So we are not receiving video signal right now. So once you secure them, please tell us with voice where you've secured them, and then take some photos as well. Will do. Alexei, via the telemetry, we can confirm there is cooling is happening in your suit, and the suit should be cooler now. Do you feel that? Yes, and I confirm I feel the suit is cooler. It is cooler now. That is excellent. So if it becomes too cold and uncomfortable, then just adjust the handle to 0 position, and the mode of cooling has changed. It's adjusted, self-adjusted. Therefore, it'll be cooler from now on. Copy. So I'm moving the handle to 0 position. Copy. So I'm moving the handle to 0 position, and then I will be monitoring, self-monitoring my feelings and my comfort level. Will do.
And as the station is about to move into an orbital sunrise, a good view of the 2 spacewalkers clamoring about the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module.
Can you see the location? I think while it's
We're ducking in and out of communications capability on our tracking and data relay satellite system. We will lock up with some solid comm here in just a couple of minutes. 1 hour 50 minutes into the spacewalk, the molecular beam epitaxy experiment has been attached to the NAOCA multipurpose laboratory module. Its 4 sets of electrical connectors have all been hooked up, and the 2 cosmonauts purpose laboratory module. Its 4 sets of electrical connectors have all been hooked up, and the 2 cosmonauts, Sergei Ryzhikov and Alexei Zabritsky, are about to move on to the next work for today's spacewalk. That being the movement of the 2 cosmonauts from this first work site to the Zvezda service module for the removal of a high-resolution camera that has been operating outside of the station for the past 12 years.
From the MLA. Yes, you are going to remove it. And according to our telemetry, the connectors are mated. Perfect.
And that word indicating that the electrical connectors for the molecular beam epitaxy experiment are all hooked up, with telemetry being received at the Russian Mission Control Center outside of Moscow. The crew is running about 20 minutes ahead of the spacewalk timeline, the spacewalk having begun at 12:10 p.m. Central Time, 1:10 p.m. Eastern Time.
Sergey, Alexei.
Sergey, Alexei. Go ahead.
В районе 9-й платы мы закончили работы.
Still in eclipse, we won't be able to make photos yet. Right now I'm securing the caps, and once I finish I will go and take some photos. Okay. Once you finish working at connected patch panel 9, we'll start moving the robotic arm. Copy.
Крышки зафиксировал.
I secured the caps. Copy.
Готов выполнять фотографии. Готов выполнять фотографирование.
I'm ready to take some photos. Copy, you have a go. Artem, and shall we receive a go for vacuum valve operation? Yes, stand by.
Алексей, а там как будто показалось, что камера работала, да?
It seemed like I saw a flash. No.
Я поэтому перезапустил, что
I restarted it
по отдельному.
Текущее
so that
время
I
ВКП
could see the
2
panel
часа ровно.
in the frame.
По отдельному.
Текущее
So that
время
I
ВКП
could see the
2
panel
часа ровно.
in the frame.
Принято.
2 hours is the elapsed DVA time.
Нет, идем хорошо. У нас главный
We are on schedule.
был это под зону попасть с телеметрии. Так что все
The main thing was for us to be in the compass area when we were working with the connectors, so we're good with that.
Алексей, ты с разъемами
Do
активно
you need a
работал,
couple of
крышками.
minutes to rest? Alexei, you did a pretty good job with those caps.
Сейчас съемку завершу
Uh,
и скажу. Пока нормально.
for now, I'm feeling good. Once I finish taking photos, I'll let you know.
Вакуумного клапана.
Okay, Sergey, then you have a go to open the vacuum valve. Okay, copy, go to open the vacuum valve.
Да, Алексей, тебе просто надо отдохнуть, потому что дальше у нас
Alexei, you need
будет два любимых болта.
to rest a bit because after that you'll have to work with your favorite bolt. Okay, I got it.
Так, ну я тут прикрыл девятую плату.
Okay, I closed panel 9.
Нет,
Copy. Do you want me to take photos of it after closure?
Сейчас, да?
Well, actually, do you have the camera on now?
Тогда мы увидим потом.
Okay, then we'll see it later. And I have opened the vacuum valve. Copy.
Слабина, я ее подвязал сюда.
So there's sort of a loop, and I tied it to the rest of the bundle.
Хорошо, вроде не так сильно.
Okay.
Не такая большая слабина, как мы ожидали.
I don't see a big length of cable as we expected, and it looks good. Yes, I agree.
Сейчас сниму.
Let me take some photos.
Подскажи, что с FT с этим делать?
What do we do with this
Толком не закрою?
MLI flap?
Или просто подвести его на велкро?
Do you want me to secure it with Velcro somehow
Клеить. И оставить?
and leave it like this?
Алексей, я думаю, да.
This is complete.
Алексей, я думаю, да.
This is complete.
Достаточно снимать.
Alexei, this is enough. Okay, copy.
Все-таки подскажешь, так прилепить просто...
So what do you want us to do with the MLI flap? It will be attached on one side only.
Данные блочные разъемы, по идее, у нас допускаются без FT.
So for these connectors, they are allowed to operate without MLI flap.
Хорошо, принято.
Okay, copy.
Ну, скажем так, приложить, чтобы она не болтыхалась, это...
Just try to secure it so it's not floating around.
Да, может быть, под кабели как-то подложить.
And maybe you could tuck it under the cables. Okay, I'll try that.
Сергей,
Sergey? Yes.
скажи, с твоей стороны, где уже 2 болта красных откручено, ты наблюдаешь
On your
просвет между фланцами?
on your side, do you see the gap between flanges where the red bolts are located?
Хорошо, значит, в
Yes.
скафандре тоже наблюдается.
I can see the gap. Okay.
Прикрепил одну сторону, Артем.
I attached one side. Artem, copy.
И
The wire tie.
если это не помешает, не сильно тяжело, то лучше забрать. Всегда
If
пригодится.
it's not too hard, it's better take it. We'll make use of it. Okay, copy.
This is Mission Control Houston, 2 hours 5 minutes into today's Russian spacewalk. Roscosmos cosmonauts Sergei Ryzhikov, the station commander, and Alexei Zabritsky continue to work outside of the Naoka module of the International Space Station. They have opened a vacuum valve associated with the molecular beam epitaxy experiment that they mounted and hooked up to electrical connectors on the outside of Naoka a short time ago. They're in the process of releasing a series of bolts that held the experiment itself to a mounting platform, and we'll tighten up other bolts so that that experiment is securely in place on the outside of the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module.
Вы уже оба разместились возле МЛЭ.
Both of you are near the MLE payload, and I would go to start error motion.
Да, заеры в состоянии безопасности.
Yes. I would go to start error motion.
Да, заеры в состоянии безопасности.
Yes. It's safe to move the arm. Please stand by for Alexei to attach his tethers. Okay, Alexei, then we're waiting for your go.
Хорошо.
Okay.
Все, я готов.
I'm ready.
Принято.
Я в районе.
Copy. I'm near the MLE
Тогда
payload.
сейчас также продолжаем работать.
Okay.
И на фоне
Let's continue work.
наблюдаем за перемещением манипулятора, когда
And
он пойдет.
in the meantime, you will be monitoring error motion once it starts. Copy. And I'm starting to unscrew the red bolts.
Again, these series of bolts being referenced by the two cosmonauts associated with the the molecular beam epitaxy experiment and how it is mounted to a mounting platform. The experiment has been installed on the Naoka Multipurpose Laboratory Module, and there it is in the field of view. The two cosmonauts are cleaning up the final steps associated with this top priority for today's spacewalk, the 276th in support of space station assembly, maintenance, and upgrades.
In the hydro lab? Yes, a lot easier.
Но у нас болты для вас уже были припасены, всю смазку израсходовавшие.
Well, the bolts that we use for your training.
The International Space Station is crossing the border between Idaho and Nevada, moving from northwest to southeast. At an altitude of 260 miles above the Earth, all of the station's systems are in good shape. The other crew members working inside the station, with the exception of cosmonaut Oleg Platonov, who is operating the European Robotic arm from a workstation inside the Russian segment. That's the arm that transported Sergei Ryzhikov to the work site for the installation of the molecular beam epitaxy experiment, and which will transport Alexei Zabritsky once they remove the high-resolution camera from the Zvezda service module. Zabritsky will have his feet planted in a foot restraint at the end of the arm for the jettisoning of that high-resolution camera a bit later in today's spacewalk. A bit later in today's spacewalk.
No, I'm doing fine with the wrench. The ratchet doesn't even engage. It's
Трещотки надо только срывать.
Easily.
Да. Теперь полтора оборота внутрь, да?
And now 1.5 turns to the inside. Yes.
Как будто болтает его.
Unintelligible.
Видишь, он под пружинен.
The molecular beam epitaxy experiment that you're seeing in this view from Alexei Zabritsky's helmet camera is an experiment designed to see how well high-quality thin films and crystals can grow in the vacuum of space, also to see whether semiconductor material can be high-quality thin films and crystals can grow in the vacuum of space, also to see whether semiconductor material can be grown in the vacuum of space at a more efficient rate.
I got it.
Одним болтом закончил.
I finished one bolt.
Он выкручен
Copy. It's
полностью
completely
и примерно,
released.
может, 1-1,5 оборота закручен в крышку.
And it's screwed into
This is the second spacewalk in Ryzhikov's career, the first for Zabritsky. The two cosmonauts will venture back outside the International Space Station just 12 days from now, on October 28th, for another spacewalk that is designed to install additional experiments on the outside of the Russian segment of the station and to relocate a control panel on the Naoka Multipurpose Service Module that is used to help operate the European Robotic arm.
Я вижу тебя, да.
And I can see that, yeah.
Артем, приступаю к откручиванию второго красного.
Artem, I'm starting to unscrew the second bolt. Copy, you have a go.
A good view of Alexei Zabritsky from the helmet camera of Sergei Ryzhikov, the station commander, as he continues to secure the molecular beam epitaxy experiment on the outside of Naoka. The two cosmonauts have a few more steps associated with the experiment, including the installation of a cassette that will collect data on how well the experiment is processing the growth of high-quality thin films and crystals. That cassette actually will be retrieved by the two cosmonauts as part of the workload associated with the next Russian spacewalk planned for October 28th.
С камеры 10 тоже нет возможности вывести видео?
Moscow station, what about the camera? Is there a possibility to route it here? Unintelligible.
Второй третьему.
EV to suit IV.
Собираемся выполнять следующую задачу. Просьба с Земли перейти тебе на другую сторону.
We are preparing to perform the next task, and we're asking you to move to the other side of MLE payload. Copy. Let me finish this activity, and we'll do that.
Это решение Земли уже.
ERA operator is asking Alexei to move aside. Maybe he should finish his activity and then move. Yes, let's stand by with ERA operations for now. Suit IV to EV2. I copied the report. Once you finish, then you'll move aside for ERA motion.
I backed out the second red one. I'm going to secure it momentarily.
Принято, второй болт
Copy.
откручен,
You
два красных болта
removed
откручено,
the second bolt. You removed two red bolts.
Теперь нам осталось
Now,
закрутить два синих болта.
you need to tighten or screw into blue bolts. Okay, I'm going to secure the red one first. You tighten or screw into blue bolts. Okay, I'm going to secure the red one first.
Принято, тебе надо отдохнуть?
The two cosmonauts continue to tighten bolts for the molecular beam epitaxy experiment, as you can see in this helmet camera view from Alexei Zabritsky, making sure it is securely fastened to the monoblock, as it's called, a mounting platform, if you will, on the outside of the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module.
Okay, go ahead and start tightening it.
Есть нюанс.
We got it.
Обрушенный датчик.
Was it the walking net?
На двух она. Не видно на видео, Артем?
Do you see the video?
Нет, не видно, еще
Do you
раз
see
скажите,
that in the
чего?
video, Artem? No, I am not seeing this. What do you see? Tell me.
Болту контролочная гайка.
There is a walking nut on the blue bolt. Sorry.
Алексей,
Alexei,
пробуй, или ты руками она крутится?
are you able to rotate it using the hands?
Что?
Попробуй
Could you repeat?
немножко открутить болт
The last.
и рукой попробовать гайку эту покрутить.
Да, я так и сделал. Рукой.
I was doing that with your hand.
Давай тогда узкогубцами.
Try
Пальцами лучше не
to
работать.
use pliers. Don't use your fingers.
Ну. Давай, держу. Да, придержите.
Hold it.
Сейчас попробую.
I'll try.
Можно и узкогубцами попробовать.
We can
И,
use
может быть,
scripts
динозавриками, если
and
получится.
also
тоже.
the dinosaur tool.
Да, ну, подержу. Да, ну, подержу.
Notable.
Да, лучше, согласен. Да, правильно. Лучше с ней идет.
Notable.
Уберите пока руку.
Could you remove your hand for now? Are you going to grip it? Yes.
Пониже. Ты знаешь, как хочешь? Знаешь, как хочешь? Не зайдет он.
I don't think it will fit this way.
Вот.
Okay, here we go.
Крутите его.
Связи.
Go ahead.
Сидом я могу за поручень на корпусе МЛС зафиксировать?
Can I secure myself to the handrail on the hull of the MLM? Yes, you can.
Не хватает размаха руки.
Yes, that is the range of the arm swing.
Бортовую угол указываете, контролирующие датчики?
That is the locking. That's the locking nut.
Взял.
You got it?
Взял.
You got it?
Взял.
I got it.
This is Mission Control Houston, 2 hours 26 minutes into today's spacewalk. A good view of Station Commander Sergei Ryzhikov from the helmet camera of Alexei Zabritsky as the two cosmonauts continue to tighten bolts to securely fasten the molecular beam epitaxy experiment onto the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module. 4 sets of electrical connectors have been hooked up, and good telemetry is being received at the Russian Mission Control Center outside. 4 sets of electrical connectors have been hooked up, and good telemetry is being received at the Russian Mission Control Center outside of Moscow.
Алексей, Сергей.
Alexei, Sergei.
Нас на обоих болтах, да, так не крутятся гайки?
So both bolts have those nuts and they're not turning yet.
Есть предложение. Так
I
как
have a
эти винты у нас
recommendation.
не держат конструкцию к фланцу МЛЭ,
Since
а эти
they're,
у нас выжимные,
these are
то
the
можно
push-out bolts.
попробовать подсунуть как
Maybe you
ключ-трещотку
can try to wiggle the range under
и рычагом чуть-чуть приоткрыть
and
крышку.
slightly
Нам надо
pull the lid
со стороны
ajar
БДК где-то. Нам надо
from
где-то
the
на
other
несколько миллиметров.
side. We just need a few millimeters space.
Чем подпеть, Артем?
What should we use to pull that up?
Да, попробуйте ее открыть и просунуть.
Maybe you can try to open it and thread it in. Okay, from the other side. Yeah, from the BDK side. Okay, I got it.
Да. Ну, это живой болт, надо, чтобы в вакууме они крышку
So we are expecting the lid to move ajar, to move up in vacuum. So the concern is that the force from the drive might not be sufficient to move it open. Speaking simultaneously. So what about pliers? No, don't use pliers. Try to use the dinosaur tool.
Попробуем. Давайте. Плотно, да?
Does it fit tightly? Yes. I will try to use mine.
Давайте тогда динозавриком попробуем.
Try to use the dinosaur tool.
Давайте.
Okay, let's try it.
А динозавриком? Сейчас, подожди. Сейчас еще ключом попробуем.
We can try to use the wrench. Sounds good.
Так, сейчас я свой сниму, а то он...
Okay, let me remove it. Okay.
The International Space Station flying 260 miles over southeastern Bolivia, moving from northwest to southeast. Again, this view of Sergei Ryzhikov from the helmet camera of Alexei Zabritsky. 2.5 hours now into today's spacewalk. The first major objective is in the process of being completed. That is the installation and bolting of the molecular beam epitaxy experiment onto the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module.
Could you press it down? Do you see the vision? Can you see? Do you see the vision? Can you see? Yes.
Есть. Сорвали это.
Принято, спасибо большое.
Copy.
Нет, не
Thank you
видели.
very much. Did you see it?
Все принято, она
Okay, copy.
ходит. Все отлично.
Speaking simultaneously.
Болты.
Stop bolts.
Так, ну, в принципе, давайте тогда дальше работать.
Well,
Или
let's
нужно паузу отдохнуть, убрать
continue
оборудование.
working for next steps, or do you need a break?
Убрать оборудование точно. А там посмотрим.
Well, I think we're okay for now, but we'll see later on.
Да, тогда давайте отойдем в сторонку еще.
Let's step aside to make sure Oleg can move the ear arm.
Принято.
Okay, copy.
Перешли на противоположную
We
сторону.
move to the opposite side.
Принято.
Okay, copy.
Оператор Ерус, сами дадите команду?
Will the ear operator
Да, мы
give us a go? We're going to relay to them. I think Oleg is able to copy.
Первый, второй, наблюдаю.
V1, V2, I see you moving to...
Наблюдаю перемещение.
Watching the motion.
В нашу сторону.
Принято.
Copy.
Она по касательной идет, по диагонали.
It's going diagonally.
Замещусь. Так, Алексей, у тебя?
Alexei,
На том шарнире.
is it,
А ты с моей
are
стороны?
you watching? Yes.
Ладно, все там. Просто последовательно. Другое движение. Просто последовательно. Другое движение. В эту сторону идем.
We're moving to that side.
Пригнись, товарищ, да? Угу.
Inaudible.
Сергей, Алексей, по вашей
Alexei,
готовности
on
приступаем к
your
работе с кассетой.
Go. We are ready
Устанавливаем
to
ее
work with the cassette.
траверсу, предварительно застраховав и сняв
We are ready
всех
to
адаптеров.
install it, but please secure it.
Принято.
Okay, copy.
Так, Алексей, я страхую заглушку. Ты
So
качай.
I'm going to take the plug.
Я рыд свободен. Рукоятку.
Handle.
Чуть-чуть подальше. Угу. Все. Принято. Так, фиксирую. Проволоку зафиксировал.
So the edge is secured.
Разматываю. Зафиксировали
We
карабином
secured.
восьмого ряд.
Принято.
Use the hook to secure the cassette to the handrail.
Epitaxy experiment onto the Naoka Multipurpose Laboratory Module, and are in the process of installing an experiment cassette
Так, раскрутили.
into the experiment itself to collect data on how well thin films and crystals grow in the vacuum of space. That cassette will be retrieved by the two cosmonauts during their next spacewalk outside of the Russian segment of the station on October 28th.
Первый, третий.
So 1-3.
Ответил.
EV1 to EV3.
Буду сейчас выдавать команду.
I am going to send the command for the next translation. Please monitor it. It's going to get close. So how about we finish installing the cassette and then we'll take a break. Okay, copy.
Установили.
And we'll take a break. Okay, copy.
Установили. Надо закрыть. Нормально? Дотягивается?
So we're going to close it. Okay, everything is fine.
Вот, все. Закрыли. Траверсу, кассету установлено.
I installed the cassette. Copy.
Тогда приступаем к извлечению заглушки.
Then start backing out the plug.
Так, от оператора Еры была
The era
просьба контролировать.
operator.
На контроле одновременно. Ера уже позади.
Era is behind us.
СМ.
Принято.
Copy.
Приступаем к работе с заглушкой.
We're going
Принято.
to
Тогда Олегу можно
start
продолжать.
working. Okay, then you can continue working. Yes. You can continue working. Yes.
Фиксирую заглушку.
I'm securing the plug.
Карабином.
with the hook.
Молча. Large. Red. Вывожу проволоку
I am
из рукоятки
breaking
прижима.
it out with the locking handle.
Вывел.
I have backed it out.
Готов извлечь заглушку.
I am ready to work with the plug.
Есть забраться.
Artyom,
Повтори, пожалуйста.
could you repeat your last?
Зафиксировал.
I secured the
Заглушку
plug
карабином раз.
using the red
Вывел
hook.
из-под рукоятки прижима.
I
Проволочный
maneuvered
фиксатор. Готов
the
открыть и вы-
wire
извлечь
tie
заглушку.
from the locking handle.
Открывай и извлекаем.
I am ready to open the plug.
Принято, есть заброс.
Go ahead and open the SDK.
Нажал,
Okay,
перевел в открытое состояние.
it's now in the open configuration.
Заглушка извлечена.
Plug has been pulled out.
Принято. Теперь работаем с
Оставляем ее
кассетой.
в свободном
So
плавании.
we're going to leave it in it's secured, but it's free floating. I confirm.
Теперь приступаем к работе с кассетой.
Start working with the cassette.
Нет, мы сначала
Вот,
проволоку.
Meters away.
Супер.